And thank you for joining us for this Valentine's Day presentation of the NBA. It's a matchup you're going to love right here on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Portland Trailblazers. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar with C.J. McCollum's college days playing ball at mid-major Lehigh University. He said, we had solid players, but we also had guys who become doctors, lawyers, working on Wall Street. I liked it that way because I worked my way up. When you come from a small school, you appreciate it that much more. Kevin?
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Now let's take a moment to check out our race for Rookie of the Year. Here are some of the top young talents in the game who will be recognized as the best of the best. You take a look at Toppin. While not in the top 5 currently, he's definitely on the radar screen, and he's been playing some very solid basketball.
And he's had a decent amount of success here in his first year. A few of the top guys in the rankings have kind of outperformed him, but he's lived up to the reasonable expectation.
Well, you're getting the 2 C's from him right now, comfortable and confident. And he could really turn it up as the season gets going.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in its center. And for New York, they've got Robinson. Ntilikina out there with Elfrid Payton. Then there's Toppin, and it's Pell in at the 4. Now here's Payton. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Now Toppin. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And the rebound by Nurkic. To the middle. Here's Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Bones, he's got a 7-foot wingspan. Certainly the defensive potential is there for Frank Ntilikina.
Well, the questions have always been about the other end and whether or not Frank can find a way to score more efficiently on a nightly basis. Still young and still some room to grow.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Ntilikina, well-traveled, born in Belgium, growing up in France, and joined the NBA as the second youngest player in the league's history as a rookie.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pass to Powell. Back to McCollum. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Here's Ntilikina, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Ntilikina. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Good on both. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Lillard surveying the D. Over Payton. They get it back. Robinson with the block.
Now the 7'4" wingspan of Robinson going to work on that shot. Swatted away.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
New York trailing. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Toppin. Yep, it counts.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. High arcing shot, and it's in there. Lillard's got 5 now.
Well, the defense sinking and filling the lane, but Lillard stops short and floats one over the top.
Here's Ntilikina. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Covington following the score by New York. Powell. Excellent D that time from Robinson. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Toppin leading the charge. And that one is good.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Covington. Knicks with the rebound. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters, and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road. That's pretty much the only way to keep them from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Anthony, no one around. Cans it from downtown.
Good timing on the fast break. We don't talk about that enough. Melo coming into the play and then finishing it off.
Here's Ntilikina. He has 6. Robinson passes to Payton. Clock at 6. Here's Toppin. That shot off the mark. Good D by Covington. Here's Lillard. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4. Knicks have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Here's Ntilikina. And the pass to Payton. Here's Pell. Guarded by Powell. Tries from 7. And he knocks down the jumper. Pell's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
So it's Portland now, trailing by 2. Powell with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Phoenix. Covington's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Rose, he's checked in for New York. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Robert Covington. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Lillard outside. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Rose. Banked in off the glass.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard outside. Pass to Anthony. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Well, Melo undoubtedly still the leader of this team in terms of when they need to calm it down and they need some offense. He's the guy they're going to look to score it.
Both free throws good from Anthony. Knicks have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Here's Rose, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint. And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. And Portland with a change here, too. Giles is checked in. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. You talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
Pass to Randall. Now Barrett. He feeds it to Gibson. Bucket is good. And the Knicks lead by 5.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Now the pass to Powell. And here's Kanter. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. Rose, no good.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute at that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now Rose after the missed three from Damian Lillard. Rose kicks to Burks. Back to Rose. Passes it to Randall. Shot clock at 5. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Lillard. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
The Trailblazers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Jones checked in for Portland.
Well, I love to watch Lillard play. He's from the Bay Area. That's where I'm from. But he's fearless, heartless, and he usually saves his best for last. It's Lillard time in the fourth quarter.
Now here's Rose. 11 points for him in that last game against Washington. Kept alive. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. And here are the Trailblazers now, following the score by New York. Jones dishes to Lillard. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Yeah, we could be having one of those nights where he becomes the one-man show for his ball club. You just don't need to tell him to keep scoring. He'll do it.
Now here's Rose, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
The Knicks shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The Trailblazers making a switch here.
Mind the
Simons
lanes.
is checked in.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Rose.
And Derrick Rose, the former #1 overall pick in 08, one of the most athletically gifted point guards the league has ever seen.
Here's Simons. With the teardrop, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Punch, counter punch, impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Now here's Rose. 8 points for him. Burks can't get it to go. Here's the 3. The Trailblazers rebound. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on R.J. Barrett.
A coachable kid. Kanter uses that little up fake, causes the defender to overreact.
Powell, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. He hits the second from the line.
Such a big guy, Kanter, but also incredibly lean. At the NBA Combine, for instance, he tested out at 6% body fat, an extraordinarily low number for a man of his size.
Now, here's Burks. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Kanter with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Powell, no one around him. Tries again. Kanter's shot is off. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the New York Knicks. Last time against the Trailblazers, they lost in Portland.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, the best way to make it hard on teams is continue your motion, and their motion on the perimeter just wasn't good enough. That ended up costing them. You wonder if R.J. Barrett could be the best player to come out of Canada. Now that's some high praise, because I had many years battling against one Steve Nash. R.J. Barrett has a high ceiling.
One shot.
And that one falls for Barrett. And Barrett's father playing for the Canadian national team as well as playing overseas. And Brent, as you know, his mother, a nationally ranked sprinter.
Yeah, an unbelievable family DNA and lineage around a multitude of sports, and it really helps to be a generalist rather than a specialist. Couldn't ask for a better pedigree for one R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now here's Rose. He's got 8. And there's the feed to Gibson. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Gibson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Gibson got that shot off pretty quick there, ready to pull as the ball was approaching.
1:12 left in the first quarter. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Over Barrett. Here's Cantor. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 4th rebound in this one. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Barrett against Powell. Pass to Cantor. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
And the technical free throw is good. Now here's Powell. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Rose. There's the dish to Barrett.
Well, inside, Barrett fighting twice as hard, working through that contact and trying to get a shot off.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here. He misses the free throw.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
And the 2nd free throw, good.
Well, R.J., another one of those players who grew up around basketball, as his dad, Rowan, played overseas for the early part of R.J.'s life, and that introduced him to the game.
Kicks it out to Jones. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And no good. Trying to use the glass.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for the New York Knicks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his future plans.
I know that when the main guy usually decides to move on, you know, that's kind of like a domino effect. It's like, all right, well, if he's leaving, this guy was closer to his age, we can let him go. It affects other people, and I care about guys personally, and, you know, I'm not ashamed of that. So for those reasons, I'm just like, man, you know, I just want to do it my way, and if it don't happen, I can live with that.
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And we resume our Valentine's Day broadcast. Glad to have you with us. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Powell in at the two-guard spot. McCollum with the ball. Now defended by Randall. Here's Covington. Robinson pulls it in.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Kanter kicks it out to McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Rose. Trying to get open is Randall. The second effort. In the corner, Barrett with it. Oh, and the jam by Barrett.
R.J. Barrett getting up there. Dunk contest, anyone?
Trailblazers trail by 9.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Powell, the pass to McCollum. Over Toppin. Again, McCollum missing. And it's Rose with the ball for the New York Knicks. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season the Blazers were beset by injuries and they fell short of their goals. Their star Damian Lillard said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way, so that they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
So for the Knicks, Pell's checked in. And it's Ntilikina in for Barrett. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Enes Kanter. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Powell.
One thing about Lillard is he can go with either hand when he's attacking the rim, and that makes it very difficult to defend.
Here's Ntilikina. He has 6. Outside Robinson. Kicks it to Payton. To the left side wing. 5 to shoot. Toppin passes to Pell. Offline with his 3. Trailblazers trail by 9. There's the pass to Nurkic. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Lillard attacking. Robinson with the block. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And Toppin throws it down.
Well, he's a pass-first point guard. Ntilikina with a nice play there.
And for Portland, they're shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Back to McCollum. And a deep 3 from Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 17 now.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Trailblazers trail by 8.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot. And good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. For 3, Covington. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Toppin kicks to Payton. Passes it to Ntilikina. Here's Pell. Over McCollum. And it's Pell missing. And so here's Portland. It's a 10-point game. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip. Here's Nurkic. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
They're trailing, and their offense has gone away. They shot it better in the first, but are really flat so far here in the second.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, here's Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Shoots the 3. That one misses. The Knicks go the other way with it. Here's Pell. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Lillard finds Anthony. McCollum with the ball. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, C.J. McCollum could teach a class on how to get in one opportunities.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Well, free throws off from McCollum. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. The difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Here's Giles. Robinson with the block. And they'll keep possession. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from McCollum. And so New York calls timeout. They're first. And New York making a change here. Burks is checked in. The Knicks leading by 10. Pass to Pell. Now Payton. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
His passing another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Three-pointer, Lillard. And no good that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Here's Burks, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Here's McCollum, following the score by New York. Lillard outside. From the baseline. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
The pass to Pell. He kicks it to Burks. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up. So maybe just a step too far.
3 on 3. Scores for only the 2nd time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Down by 12. Passes to Lillard. From deep three-point range. No good. New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the 2nd quarter. Here's Burks. A beautiful reverse layup. Burks has got the lead up to 14 now for the Knicks.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Trailblazers shooting poorly, just 35% so far.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Payton, good.
How about Payton fending off the defense? That's a tough finish for a guard.
Trailblazers trail by 16. Lillard outside. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Ntilikina looking it over. Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Well, the Knicks fans looking for any ray of hope, and it doesn't have to come at the hands of high-level draft choices. Mitchell Robinson is one of those young players right now for them who's showing a ton of promise.
For the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Giles. And it's Powell in for Lillard. Now here's Jones. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. McCollum outside. It's Powell on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. And stolen by Payton. Barrett against McCollum.
And Barrett will give you these kind of flashes. He got up that time.
Trailblazers trail by 20. McCollum passes to Kanter. Back to McCollum. Kicks to Powell. Takes a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And Robinson, a 2nd-round pick for the Knicks. Brent, he has been a steal.
I agree with you. He started playing basketball in 8th grade, so you wonder how much more unlimited and untapped potential does Mitchell Robinson have at this position.
And so here is New York. Portland knocking down that triple moments ago. And there's the foul. Goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul. And the Trailblazers shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. On the wing, Jones. Offensive rebound. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Kanter's got 5.
one of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Cantor also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
Burks, the pass to Randall. Back to Burks. Payton, the bounce pass. Here's Randall. 5 on the clock. For 3, Barrett. He doesn't hit that one. Trailblazers trail by 15. It's Powell on the wing. From about 16, Burks pulls it in.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Trailblazers shooting a measly 26% in the second quarter. McCollum kicks to Powell. Knocked loose. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. It's Barrett on the wing. Here's Gibson. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Rose, he's checked in for Payton. .29 seconds left in the first half. And the basket by Rose. He's got 10.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Trailblazers trail by 19. Here's McCollum. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
And here's McCollum for 3. It's good from long range. McCollum's got 7 points for the quarter.
CJ just so smooth and is a marksman from 3.
And so it's the New York Knicks with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their defense has been terrific in this game. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Elfrid Payton. Elfrid, great passing in the first half. How does that impact the offense when the ball is moving like we saw it?
Everybody's getting easy shots. You know, it's much easier than contesting shots, and guys are knocking it down.
Well, a really good first half, Elfrid. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Looks like this could be an upset in the making. I'm Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Well, the youngest MVP in league history, but then injuries derailed the career of one Derrick Rose. Shaq, how great is it to see the comeback he's made?
Look, he's dealt with the slings, the arrows, the critics. But playing at this level, it's all about redemption.
Well, he proved his diet, lost the weight, managed his minutes, and now he's enabled himself to get healthy. And then Derrick Rose healthy, Ernie. That's better than 80% of the guards in this league.
Good point. And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Ntilikina out there with Elfrid Payton. Then there's Toppin. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Pell into the power forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
the edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
If you get aggressive like that, the defense has to react, and Ntilikina, the beneficiary of it.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight. First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Lillard with it. He dishes it to McCollum. The three. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Nurkic can't hit.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Here's Ntilikina. Lays it up off the glass. Ntilikina's got 10.
Well, Frank looking better and better here on the offensive end.
And here are the Trailblazers now. Cullen passes to Lillard. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Lillard against Payton. Pass to Ntilikina. Inside. Toppin. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 8 points for him.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And then Lillard slams it in.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
The Knicks leading by 17. And here is Payton. 10 points for him. Here's Robinson. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. To the wing on the left. Nobody near Nurkic. No good on the 3.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Powell with it. Now Payton defending. And stolen by Payton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Ntilikina has some size and able to battle there down low.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. And that one falls for Ntilikina. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. So he gets them both. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 24. Pass to Covington. Lillard attacking. Robinson with the block. And he recovers it. Basket counts. New York leading by 19. Now Payton. He's got 10. Outside Robinson. Back to Payton. Shoots over Lillard. New York, no good that time either.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
Derrick Rose is checked in for New York. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Giles checked in for Robert Covington. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Now here's Lillard. Nurkic with it, and it's Toppin picking him up. The pass to McCollum. Back to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. For Portland, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
One shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Nurkic, the pass to McCollum. Lets it go with a 3. The shot that time not on target. So New York will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
They get it again. Trailblazers trail by 18. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Ntilikina. He's got 12. Pass to Toppin. Just 5 to shoot. Ntilikina kicks to Toppin. And it's off from 3-point range. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Trailblazers trail by 16. Here's Lillard. He's got 25. Dishes to McCollum. Lays it up and banks it in. McCollum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Randall's checked in for New York. R.J. Barrett comes in for Frank Ntilikina. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Jones checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. It's deflected. They retain possession. Toppin with it. He's got 8. Pass to Rose. Trying to get something going. And that's 2 points on the layup. Rose has got 12 in the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Trailblazers trail by 16. Lillard, the pass to Jones. McCollum outside. Takes the 3. Trailblazers keep it alive.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And that one, good.
Yeah, he's going to find a way to score. RJ sniffing out the opportunity there.
And here's McCollum. He's got 13. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on R.J. Barrett.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
The 2013 draft comes up, and the 10th pick is announced as C.J. McCollum out of Lehigh. And a lot of people said, who is this guy? Not a lot of people say that now.
The Knicks making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. And so McCollum nails both of them. The Knicks leading by 16. Now, here's Barrett. He's got 10.
There's a tremendous demand in the NBA right now for the kind of build that R.J. Barrett gives you at that guard position. So sturdy, so strong, and he has a chance to be one of the best guards in the league for many years to come.
First free throw is good.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's McCollum. 15 points in the game. The dish to Lillard. Unloads. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 27 points. And Brent, some breathless comparisons for R.J. Barrett. People throwing out names like Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady.
I mean, that's a ton of optimism around names like that. But this young player has a drive and a will. And I think he has the kind of composure to show you what he's made of. And if it reaches anywhere near those other players, Kevin is going to have one heck of a career.
Jones against Rose. Jones kicks to Kanter. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers, but they'll get another chance. They get the rebound. New York leading by 16. Here's Rose. Got a piece of it. They recover it. Three-pointer. Portland grabs the miss. Lillard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Rose. It's deflected, and they get it back.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started. When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is.
Rose, that's good.
And when Rose gets going and gets this kind of confidence offensively, you're in trouble. He can just flat out take over again.
Trailblazers trail by 16. Lillard way outside. Buries it from three-point range. Lillard's got 11 points in the quarter.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
New York calls timeout.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Alec Burks checked in for the Knicks. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Andre Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Harry Giles. And Norman Powell subbed in for C.J. McCollum.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
Trailblazers trail by 15. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Well, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Rose in for his 7th make in 14 tries.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Powell. Now the pass to Jones. Now here's Hollis Jefferson, defended by Gibson. Down low. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down again to 13 points with the basket from Damian Lillard. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Knicks. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. Here's Toppin. And again, it's New York.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Now, here's Lillard. 32 points in the game. Passes it to Powell. And here's Jones. Clock at 6. That's a 2 from Lillard. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Lillard's got 15 points in just the second half. Lillard against Rose. Kicks it out to Gibson. Uncovered. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 4 assists now tonight. .132 left to play in the third. Lillard, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Shoots. Misses off the left iron.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
To the middle. Kicks it out to Gibson. Back to Randall. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Hollis Jefferson's got his 4th rebound in this one. A different look for New York. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Alec Burks. And it's Payton in for Derrick Rose. And a switch here also for Portland. Covington's checked in. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Lillard from outside. Offensive rebound. And Kanter throws it down.
The sheer strength of Kanter really coming through there. Throws it down with intent.
Payton outside. And Covington sends it back. One-on-one here. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%? This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 43 seconds left here in the third quarter. Payton against Lillard. Payton attacking. And it's good, 2 points. Payton's got 12 in the game.
Good slice and dice from Payton there in the lane, finding room.
Now Powell. 6 points for him. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Kanter finds Hollis Jefferson. It's good from about 19 feet. Hollis Jefferson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Like the execution there from Kanter. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Randall surveying the D. To the paint, Gibson hangs in the air. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's the New York Knicks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Ennis Cantor. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's Lillard in at the point. Trailblazers trail by 11. Hollis Jefferson with it. And it's Toppin picking him up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. The Knicks making a switch here. Pell's checked in. Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Both good from the line that time. The Knicks leading by 9. To the inside. Robinson passes to Pell. Powell for 3. Sinks the triple.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Pass to Nurkic. Powell dishes to Lillard. To the middle. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Well, everyone knows Lillard is one of the league's best scorers off the pick and roll, so he chooses this time to make the assist.
Here's Ntilikina. Robinson with it. Lillard picks him up, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's Payton. The pass to Ntilikina. Here's Pell, covered by Anthony. Just 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot. The offensive rebound. Pell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one's on Anthony.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Passes it to Powell. Nurkic with it, guarded by Robinson. Anthony trying to get open. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Nurkic.
Think about Nurkic and how great it is to see him back on the floor. That horrific leg injury back in March of 2019.
Down low, here's Payton. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Knicks lead by 8.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Anthony left side. He kicks it to Lillard. Off target from outside.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, that helps Ntilikina's confidence when he can score like that against very, very strong defense.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Powell. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. It's McCollum on the wing. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. McCollum's got 10 points here in the second half. Payton attacking. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, some good things happening right now with Elfrid Payton being aggressive to find his way towards the rim. I like it when he attacks like this.
He's off on the first.
Well, we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but we just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
Trailblazers trail by 10. Cullen passes to Lillard. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And a fast break now for New York. Out to the right wing. Payton against McCollum. Outside for Robinson. Here's Toppin. And the 3 off target. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Anthony dishes to Lillard. Lets the 3 fly. The Trailblazers rebound.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there. And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
He hits the second from the line. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true.
I feel like the team right now is accepting the fact that C.J. McCollum is on fire, so they're looking for him on possessions in the half court.
New York calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. We'll see if they were listening, guys.
Now here's Payton. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. Covington kicks to Nurkic from deep three-point range. The rebound by Pell. Pell's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
That's pretty impressive athleticism from Ntilikina, who takes the initiative on that play.
And he knocks down the first one. He hits both from the stripe. Lillard with it. Foul nailed on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Man, at the point guard position, are you kidding me? Explosive scoring ability and body control. That results in a bucket and a free throw.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Thursday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the Los Angeles Clippers. That free throw, no good. That one misses.
It felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Payton. Here's Toppin. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard with the ball.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Here's Ntilikina after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Bell, the pass to Robinson, uses the glass to finish the layup.
And this is where Robinson will do damage. He's got the height, he's got the length, and when he's inside, he's going to capitalize.
McCollum outside. Inside. He blocks it again. And that's 9 blocks.
You know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th, too.
And Toppin throws it down.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Trailblazers trail by 8. McCollum deciding where to go with it. It's Nurkic, top of the key. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Here's Payton. Portland grabs the miss.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
That one falls. Now just a 4-point Knicks lead.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Lillard, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. So for the Trailblazers, Powell, he's checked in for Robert Covington, and it's Derek Jones in for Lillard. And that one misses. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Now here's McCollum. No good with the triple.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team, and in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Here's McCollum. Nurkic trying to get open. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from McCollum.
Well, McCollum has shown the ability to get inside and also finish. It's just how shifty he is.
Robinson up top. Outside Rose. 6 on the shot clock. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Robinson kicks to Toppin. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now, while we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up, let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
You take a look at Covington. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be part of the three-point festivities on All-Star Weekend. But, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up.
Nurkic, another talented player from Europe, playing in Croatia before coming over to the NBA, and the international game continues to make an impact on how it's played here.
And it's tied up with that one. New York's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Rose. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, Rose always been one of the best at getting to the line. The D has to avoid fouling in those situations.
And both free throws good for Rose. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Here's the teardrop, and it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. The shot by Powell, no good. The Knicks shooting well, 50% from the floor. And it's Rose. This time the assist by Toppin. Toppin's got 5 assists tonight.
And you love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Anthony finds McCollum.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
Anthony. Toppin pulls it in. Nurkic the pass to Jones. And it's Rose penetrating. Count that bucket. Rose has got 12 points in just the second half.
How about the heart on display here tonight from Rose? Just flawless in his attack at the rim. Boy, it's tough to match his quickness.
Here's McCollum following the score by Derrick Rose. Now a timeout called by Portland.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let him hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Covington's checked in. A steal. Rose with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. And finished off by Rose.
Ntilikina's defense and pressure right there, starting the fast break.
Trailblazers trail by 8. McCollum outside. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. McCollum's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. The Knicks leading by 6. Left side Rose. Rose double teamed. Here's Pell. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
1:58 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's McCollum. Guarded closer. Powell for 3. No good. The Knicks go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And it's Rose penetrating. Count the basket. And it's a 10-point New York lead.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Now here's McCollum, and that one drops.
Now you give CJ that kind of shot, and he's going to knock it down. He'll exploit the defense all night long.
Rose double teamed, kicks it to Robinson. Back to Rose. New York moving the ball around. Powell inside, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
1:05 left to play in the final quarter. Out to the wing, puts it up. Rebounded by Covington, and Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and they put them on the line.
Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And both free throws good for Covington.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
And here's Rose. To the left wing. Pass to Robinson. Here's Ntilikina. To the paint. 4 on the shot clock. Powell with it. And it's Toppin picking him up. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Now here's Rose. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Rose double teamed. Toppin, no one around him. They grabbed their own miss. Pell the pass to Robinson. And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
A lot of people like Mitchell Robinson because he does what he's told to do, and that is stay in the lane. It's where he does a lot of damage, both defensively and offensively. Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're down by 4. 12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Powell for 3. The Knicks pull it in. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Hey, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. From deep. No good that time. So it's New York picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where has your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives me. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. You know, sometimes I get out of character, but you know, just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.